Welcome everybody to GDQ Hotfix. My name is Jiggy, and today is a very special day filled with roguelike speedruns. We got some incredible runs coming at you all day. We're starting off with The Binding of Isaac Repentance, where Sharpness is going to do a full Dead God speedrun. No. We're going to have a R+7 characters. It's going to be a lot of fun. Then we got Splatoon 3, the Side Order DLC. That is a full roguelike style gameplay. Very excited about that. And then we're going to jump into our Dead Cells community showcase. We have three special Dead Cells showcases today, celebrating the launch of the brand new DLC. We have ourselves the 0 to 5 BC speedrun with Vord. We have ourselves the new file any percent with Canra. That's going to be really great. She just got world record, so congrats to her. Excited to see the run. And then we're wrapping it up today with the boss rush mode with V.me. So it's going to be a great day here on Hotfix. I hope that you'll stick around. And why don't we get into some Binding of Isaac? How are we doing, Sharpness?
Yo, what's going on?
I'm excited for this Dead God run today. You know, we'll be here for what, the next 12 hours?
Dead God's like 100 hours.
Oh, okay, all right. So we're gonna be live on the channel for a long time. But no, I'm excited that you're here. Welcome to the show. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about you and what you do?
Thank you. My name is Sharpness, and I stream The Binding of Isaac a lot. And I used to speedrun this game a lot, but lately I've been streaking. But I'm still here to represent the speedrunning community. And as soon as I unpause here, in 3, 2, 1, we can start the timer.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about this run and what R+ is.
So Racing Plus is a mod for Isaac that is made to make speedrunning more enjoyable and more consistent. So it was created by someone named Samuel, and vanilla speedrunning for Isaac can be quite tedious with a lot of resetting, a lot of RNG, but Racing Plus will make this much easier for us. So right off the bat, you can notice a few things about this run is I have a D6 in the bottom right corner. That is not vanilla. We're playing Tainted Keeper as well, which is a new Repentance character. And you saw I didn't have to go through the character selection screen either. And you'll notice a few changes from vanilla throughout this run. If I don't die here. Alright, you're good.
You're good.
So we've got 7 different characters upcoming, and the first one here is named Tainted Keeper. Now, Keeper was a part of Afterbirth, but with the addition of Repentance, they've added these Tainted characters, which are similar to their original counterparts, but they have their own unique gimmick. And Tainted Keeper, for example, you can see the coins dropping out of enemies as I kill them. And you can see in the top left how I don't have any hearts like normal. I have 2 circles, which are more like coins. So money is my health as this character. And it's also how I can earn more items, is I have to spend the money that I pick up. So it's quite an interesting mechanic and gimmick that they added. So normally in vanilla, we'd be starting with Eden. But the Racing Plus challenge here has us starting with this character, since it's a strong start. And so here we're on the 3rd floor already. We're on Downpour 2, which is another Repentance edition. So normally we would be on the caves floor, but they added an alternate path if you'd like to go elsewhere on your runs. And there's a few advantages to going alt path, but we've also got different enemies and a different atmosphere and background here. If I had the music on, then there'd be some pretty cool music playing as well, but I've turned it off for today. So immediately we have some pretty good starting items here. We have Crown of Light, Blood of the Martyr, and Pisces. And I'm getting a little nervous here because if I take one hit, then after that, I will be dead because I only have 2 hearts total. So there's kind of a run and gun type of gameplay with this character where you need to go in, heal yourself with the coins, and then get out before you get hit again.
Is there a reason why you started with Tainted Keeper for this 7 run?
Usually he's a pretty strong farming character, wherein you may need to reset a lot or look in your shop a lot, but he's just generally a good first pick for this category. And I haven't done anything special for this. I've just copied what I would normally run if I were actually running this category right now. And let me know if you have any specific questions, because it might be easy for me to miss something.
No, yeah, of course. I mean, you're just melting enemies right now.
Yeah. So our starting item is quite nice, and that's actually this is not vanilla, a vanilla starting item. The blue crown over my head is normally only found in Angel Deals, but with Racing Plus, we wanted your starting items to have more options, more variety, and more strength. So,
and this is not a seed, right? That you don't know the items that are possible here. This is full random. Like,
yep.
Yeah. So there's not a specific seeded speedrun. This is a full random, like anything could happen kind of thing.
Yeah, every room here is I don't know what's coming next, and that is something I could explain here with Isaac, is that nearly everything is randomized, and you need to adapt to the situation it gives you. So we're really not sure what's gonna happen, and I could easily die on this run very quickly.
So how far do you have to go for this specific character, or for this specific run? Do you have to go to like Stan or past Stan?
So we'll be going to Blue Baby on each of these runs, I believe.
Okay.
Dice shard.
Which is a pretty standard path for most runs. It is considered an endgame boss, but we're not fighting Delirium. We're not fighting Mega Satan or anything. Which is pretty standard. There are some other categories that will go to Lamb or different bosses, but this one is pretty simple. It sticks to vanilla pretty well.
It's very interesting with this character that you have to buy all your items, like even from the rooms.
Yeah, this character is pretty well beloved in the Isaac community, I would say. Typically, he's much stronger than the average character because one of his mechanics is called Better Shops. And his shops will have many more items than a shop on a normal character. So let's take a look in the shop here. Unfortunately, it's greed here, so I can't show this off right now, but that's a little bit unlucky. So since we're on depths 2, that is the last shop we'll be receiving. So our power level might remain the same, and hopefully we can get a good devil deal here. So this is the first sort of end game final boss in Isaac, is the mom fight. This is the first boss you're going to be facing on your first file. and we clean her up there.
Not mega tiers?
Yep. There's 8 items in that layout, which is pretty nice. So I had to.
And you used Dad's key in order to get back out of it instead of having to do the boss rush.
Yep. Good catch. Good catch.
See, chat, I know a little bit about Isaac, just a little.
Yeah. So normally we would have to be fighting all those bosses in there, but like Jiggy said, with my active item in the top left, we can just easily open the door and walk out and steal the item. And now we're looking pretty good. You know, we have Polyphemus, the item we just picked up. This is a very iconic Isaac item that is very beloved in the community. It's a ginormous damage up, and you can see just how big my blue triangles. I mean, these are diamonds actually, huh?
I mean, you went from 10 damage to 41, so that's a pretty huge leap.
Yep. But it is a large tiers down. But that showcases the stats in the top and the left side pretty well. Is, you know, the 41, the big number, that's my damage stat. And then the 0.79, that's my tier rate, so how fast I shoot my tiers. So we're on Womb 2 here. So the boss on this floor is going to be It Lives, which is the second sort of end game final boss she'll be fighting.
All right, light poll from the chat. Will Sharpness hit 50 damage per tier?
We should be able to.
You need probably, what, like 1 or 2 more damage ups? Depending on the item?
I believe so. Because we have a 4x multiplier. Polyphemus and Crown of Light are both 2x. So our overall is 4x, which is quite nice.
Ooh. Just melting. It Lives.
I'm too scared to go in there right now. Alright, so now we're on the cathedral, and uh-oh. I'm at 1 heart, uh-oh. Phew, okay, we're good.
There you go.
It'd be a little anticlimactic if I died.
I mean, it is random.
Yep.
It is crazy, though, that you haven't gotten a single health up the entire game.
Well, that is something I forgot to explain with Tainted Keeper is you're locked at these 2 hearts.
Okay.
So there is one way, but it's too niche. Normally, you're only gonna have 2 hits, so your playstyle is locked around this go in and go out. But if you get double tapped, then it's quite rough. All right, now.
Well, now we're at 70.
We got Magic Mush.
Yeah. 70 damage per tier, by the way.
Yep. So that's another 1.5x multiplier for us.
Here I am during my runs getting excited when I hit 10.
10 is pretty high. Alright, so now we're just looking for the boss here, and then we'll be going on our second character. But this map is a little weird right now. Oh, I got trolled. Unlucky. Yeah, talk about randomness. Mapping is one frustrating part about this game is where, you know, you just have to guess where the boss is. Sometimes there's dead ends. And that's the first character done, and now we're on the second.
There we go. So we're already on the next run here, right?
Yep. So this is the second character, and we're playing Apollyon. But unfortunately, I need to reset until we find a good item. So I'm immediately looking in all of these item rooms. And I have to instantly tell if this item is good enough to start a run with. And if not, I'm going to press my R key. So we'll just be doing this until we find something.
What items are you looking for specifically? Like, you just looking for like technology, or like what do you consider?
Pretty much anything that will boost my DPS a lot. It's a very limited selection of items we're looking for. But it's kind of just the nature of speedrunning, right? Is that speedrunning Isaac, that is. You know, it'd be faster to get a good item than start with a really bad item. Just from the fact that, you know, killing the boss and killing the rooms, it always takes time. And the faster you can do that, the faster you can get through the game.
You did just have Dad's key there.
Yep. Oh, okay. So here's one we can start with. It's a little bit scary. I might be a little rusty with this, to be honest with you.
We're getting an Ipecac run. Hype in the chat. Let's go. Now we get to see how skilled Sharpness is with not hitting himself.
Yep, so Ipecac, as you can tell, is exploding with every shot. So you're at risk of hurting yourself, like we said, but it does a huge amount of damage in the early game. So it's quite powerful. We could also just bomb out of rooms that we don't want to clear, which is a huge advantage for speedrunning. Some rooms can be pretty evil. Being able to just leave is great. So you notice something I did there was I didn't take that item. Instead, I used my spacebar active on it. And this active is called Void. And if you don't like an item, you can just suck it up in the Void, and it'll give you some stat increases. So we got rid of Sty, and we got tier 8 and damage instead, which is much better. We got our first soul heart, which is a great sign. Another soul heart, great. Yeah, luckily I have health now, so we're not too worried now, but it is still a little bit scary. So Apollyon's active item, like I said, can remove passive items for stats, but it can also copy other active items. So let's say we got a dad's key again, like you said. We could void the dad's key, and then every time we use void, it will use dad's key. So it kind of creates a copy of every active you have in there, and you can use multiple actives at once, which can be quite strong.
Why not Scythe there, out of curiosity?
So the piercing from Scythe isn't really going to be useful. They're not actually going to pierce through our enemies. It's just going to explode anyways. And I wanted to look for something better, potentially. But unfortunately, none of those are really better. And I'm also playing a little safe for the marathon right now. So yeah, Death's Touch, the scythe is normally a great, fantastic item, but unfortunately it's just not too useful with Ipecac. Something we'd be looking for instead is like Brimstone or Maw of the Void, perhaps. Okay.
Sharpness, you're being stereotypical. When the Isaac runner says they want brimstone.
Yeah, it kind of just how it goes in the Isaac speedruns. Marbles. So the three things that just dropped there are trinkets, which are in the bottom left of the screen. But unfortunately, none of those were very good. And I wish I had a key for this library, but I don't. And my range is a little high, so it's a little rough right now.
You can get some more money right there with those rocks.
Money isn't too useful, sadly. Okay, we got a key. We can check this library now. Sadly, collecting money just usually wastes more time than it helps in a lot of speedruns for Isaac. But there is an off chance that, you know, you get lucky, you get card reading, you get mapping, something like that. And I got trolled. Wow, that was tough. So my range was too high to shoot that poop. So I had to use one of my bombs there. That could have been bad. You can see kind of how awkward this is. I have to stand all the way back here to shoot my tiers.
Ah, the burden of Ipecac.
So we've got a deal coming up, but I don't have a reroll. And it's duality. It's not looking so hot. Now what you just saw there was an angel deal, which is the first time we've seen it this run. We've been going in devil deals for every other deal in this run, but that was an angel deal. And so we only got that because we didn't lock into devil deals. Meaning, I didn't take a devil deal item. I didn't sell my soul to Satan yet.
Keyword there, chat, was yet.
Now, I'm getting a little bit trolled here. Here's the shop. Oh. I'm seriously getting trolled here. I'm like shocked right now. I'm actually confused right now. Oh. Yep, there you go. This is Isaac RNG.
Blue Mom.
Oh, yeah. Blue Mom is a champion variant of the normal Mom that is a little bit harder than regular.
She has what, more health and does one more heart of damage?
I know she spawns like different enemies than normal. I'm not too sure about her damage though.
The fool.
Again, with skipping the boss, Sharpness will never do the boss rush mode.
No. Yep, so there we use the Fool card this time, which is always going to spawn on depths 2 actually. With the addition to Repentance is the beast fight. The beast fight is a new fight added in Repentance, where after you kill Mom, you need to use the full card. So it's a guaranteed drop on Depths 2, meaning if you can make a boss rush every time, you can just full card out every single time. And that's a consistent way to get a free item out of 4 different options usually. So we did that to pick up chocolate milk, which is going to be helping me out here. And you can see now that I am overcharging my Ipecac. And I'm shooting some quite large green tears. And chocolate milk allows you to choose your tier rate, essentially. If you want to shoot fast, you can spam it. Or you can charge up and do big, high damage tiers at a slower rate. We'll be going angel deals, just to show this off a little bit. We'll kill the angels. Not too great, unfortunately. So there, when you bomb the angel statues, they will always drop a key piece. And since we have the D6, we're able to re-roll those and get some extra items. Now, normally you wouldn't be able to do this in vanilla because Apollyon doesn't have the D6. But Racing Plus enables us to do that and lets us get a little bit stronger. It's a little bit more consistent. You know, some may say the D6, starting with the D6 is overpowered, or that it's unfair, but it makes the category a lot of fun. And it gives you more agency and control over your run. You know, with, do you want to reroll this or take this? And you get to show off your skills by playing with the item pools a little bit. We're almost done with the second character here. But it's been a unfortunate run in terms of mapping. You see I keep having to backtrack over and over. You know, I can't guess where the boss is going to be every time, and I kind of pretend I have some intuition, but go ahead.
I mean, the first run, you pretty crazy on the first run. This run's not been that bad. It's been an Ipecac run. You're on the final boss right now.
Yeah, it's pretty good. One of those floors, I was kind of baffled though. I was very confused.
Oh, here we go. Mega Ipecac.
Oh yeah, it's shaking the screen now, huh?
If you all are just joining us here, this is the Binding of Isaac with Sharpness. We have a whole bunch of roguelikes today. Pretty incredible. Up next is Splatoon 3 Side Order Any Percent. So that's gonna be a lot of fun to watch too. But we still got a ton of characters here with Sharpness.
Yep. Wow. Yeah, not to sound like a broken record, but I just keep getting dead ends. It's quite unlucky right now. But we're powering through. We'll make it. Haven't died yet. Oh, it's quite easy to hit myself now, as you can see.
I was gonna say.
Not playing perfectly, but I'm doing my best.
I think you're doing great. Hey, there we go.
All right, now we're on the Lost, which is a little scary as well.
Why? Why Lost? I'm this is the last character that I thought I would see today. I thought maybe we'd see Isaac. I thought maybe we'd see some like, what's it? Azel? Azel? Is that who's
Azazel?
Azazel? Is Azazel the one with the beam instantly?
Yep. We'll be seeing him at the very end. But
Save the easiest for last.
yep, exactly.
But why lost?
It's just I believe I have to for this category actually. But
so you're just flexing? Is that what we're hearing here? You're just flexing sharpness?
it is a little scary, but I think we'll be okay. I'm confident.
Me too. But
Here we
still,
go,
I just
So it is scary because I could mess up, but we'll be okay. But we have 2 hits until we die. We have instead of health in the top left, we have a holy mantle here, which will shield us from 1 hit.
Oh, you have to. Okay, so you have to choose between this and Tainted Lost. You can't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So just with this category, I have to play the Lost period, and it's better than Tainted Lost, of course.
What's the difference for anybody who doesn't know what Tainted characters are?
So with this is the regular Lost. We can get hit once per room, but with Tainted Lost, you can essentially never get hit. If you get hit once, then you're almost as good as dead. You get 1 free mantle, but after that is broken, then you have no health and no shield until you're dead. So Tainted Lost is the scariest character in this game. He has the lowest health, essentially. And he's the most volatile, I suppose.
Mom's knife,
And,
pretty good.
Yep. Tainted Lost is what I play the most, actually. Funnily enough.
Again, just flexing, right?
No. One big part of the Isaac community is win streaking, where you'll play as one character over and over. You see how many times you can win as that character. And I win streak Tainted Lost, of course. And it's been really fun, but it is rough. It's very rough.
What's your most streak? Like what's the longest streak you've had so far?
93 is my Tainted Lost PB.
Are you on that streak right now, or are you going for 100?
No, the 93 died a few months ago, but that is the any percent Tainted Lost record, I believe. Had to flex a little bit.
I think so too.
But no, big shout out to all the streakers and all the speedrunners for this game. It's such a great little community on Isaac we have. Genuinely. Talk to so many nice people, and I've learned a lot by watching other people, and it's been fun.
That's what I like about Isaac, is it's like you can, not only is it fun to like play, but it's really fun to watch too. There's like a lot of games that it's more fun to play or more fun to watch, but Isaac, it's I think both, because of how different and how much variety there is.
Yeah. I've like 4,000 hours or so total. And I'm still learning new stuff and still having fun all the time with it. It's been great. So, anyways, I am pretty comfortable as the Lost. Like, you can see, like,
Yeah.
we're not really in danger.
you showed a floor up was the Lost's ability to just take all the devil deals, right? Because soul hearts don't matter.
That's right. That's a good point. Yeah, for those that don't know, normally we were spending our heart containers on devil deals, but since the Lost doesn't have health, he just takes them for free, essentially. But unfortunately, you're limited to only one choice. In the past, you could just take every... Let's say there's 3 items in a devil deal, you could just pick up all 3. But they nerfed that, and you can only pick up one, where the others will disappear. And we're just cruising on through. Oh, and there's a special room that is new to Repentance, which is called a planetarium. And hopefully we can see something nice here. There it is, Terra. So Terra is a great speedrunning item that's gonna help speed us up.
What is it? What is it?
Yeah, so it makes you shoot rocks if you have normal tiers. Because I have the knife, it doesn't look very different right now, but you can see right here, I'm just gonna break through the doors.
Oh yeah, you don't have to fight enemies anymore. You just go through.
Yep. So this is a great combo to get on a speedrun. Knife, Terra, you just walk right through to the boss, and that's it.
Bye, Mom.
Yep, there she goes. But it is a little scary still.
Well, yeah, you can't get hit now. Now you have rooms that are like that one that you just left, which has the three of the skull guys, right? They shoot like the crazy bullets, right?
Yeah. And oh, yep. That sound of the mantle breaking is quite scary for me. If we got hit right after that, then we'd be dead. So
that is a pretty good question here that we have from chat, which is why do you pick the negative every time?
Yeah, so this is a feature of Racing Plus. This is not a vanilla feature. Normally, we would have to be taking the Polaroid every single time. But Racing Plus gives you that flexibility. It doesn't lock you in. And the reason I'm taking every time is just for the damage up. But yeah, that is a niche Racing Plus feature that we wanted you to have like an option where you don't have to always take the same thing every time, and you can also choose, like, do you want a shield or do you want a damage up for your run? And that gives you more options and more variety. Okay.
No coal.
Coal wouldn't be useful anyways. I'm not worried. Coal doesn't work with knife.
Really?
Yep.
I just figured if it was farther away, it would do more damage.
Yeah. So that's the thing with Isaac is there's so many synergies. You just have to know what each thing does. You have to know if it works or how it interacts. You have to know if it's going to be good or bad. And I just know that coal doesn't work with knife, so I'm not concerned with it. But that is a huge part of this game, is just pure knowledge check. Do you know what this does? Do you know what that does?
I thought you were asking me, do you know what glitter bomb does? And I'm like, yes, I do.
Oh, nice.
I do in fact know what glitter bomb does.
Sweet, and now we're at the third boss. Pretty good split here for me.
I was gonna say this lost run was really fast.
Yeah, that was great.
That was
All right, now we're moving into Tainted Bethany. this is an interesting one.
My least favorite character in the game, normal Bethany.
Yeah.
What's the difference
Bethany,
between normal and tainted Bethany?
So Bethany was introduced in Repentance, and she has the Book of Virtue starting item. But Tainted Bethany has the Lemageddon starting item, which is the item you'll see in the top left. So normal Bethany, non-tainted, has red heart containers. But Tainted Bethany is like Blue Baby, where she's stuck with only soul hearts. That's one of the main differences. Normal Bethany can't receive soul hearts normally. She's stuck on red health. And the opposite is true of Tainted Bethany, where she can't receive red hearts. Instead, the red hearts will charge up her active item. You can see this in the top left of the screen, where the charges on my active item are, there's those little red bars, and that means the red hearts I just picked up are charging my active if I wish to use it. So what we'll be doing is we'll be saving all of our red hearts, using that on the D6 charges, and then just spamming rerolls and try to get a good deal here. And I did drop the Lemageddon, but I did use it once to demonstrate it. And so the little purple fire that's rotating around me is the Lemageddon effect. And it will summon one of these little wisps, they're called, that will give you the effects of a random item. And right now it's giving me that little fly that's flying around, that's Angry Fly. But if this fire breaks, the fire gets extinguished by like tears or enemies, then we'll lose the effects of that item. So, anyways, I'm quite a fan of Tainted Bethany. I think she's a cool character, and she's quite strong, quite easy for people, I would say. She's especially strong in Racing Plus here as well. I don't think I'm gonna take Brimstone.
What?
Call me crazy, but
I'm gonna call you crazy. Is it just because of Ipecac?
Yeah, so the reason is I would much prefer to use Spear of Destiny here than Brimstone. And I know that when I take Brimstone, my damage stat is gonna go way, way, way down. Which means Spear of Destiny, the green spear in front of me, will get much weaker. And you saw me just one-shot that boss right there with the spear.
Yeah.
And I know that this is probably better for the Isaac fight and such than Brimstone would be. Now, that is like, I'm sure a lot of people just cringed at that, skipping Brimstone.
I think that, yeah, I mean, you have a pretty valid argument here. I mean, your DPS would go down, and the spear is pretty powerful.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Yep. So now we're gonna fight these again. Oh, I messed up. It's a little bit tricky to use this, but it is much faster than Brimstone would be, for sure. Okay.
See, I just cringed because I just saw Dead Sea Scroll. That's my least favorite item in the game.
Yeah, same. I was about to take it, believe it or not, but it was
You did us all a favor.
Yeah.
The tower.
It was gonna troll me. I just know it. We do have a new item called Revelation now, but it's a little hard for me to show off. I'll try.
Does it not just give you
this
wings?
little charge bar.
Oh,
It's that.
that's cool. Dad's key.
Wow, this keeps showing up. We've seen it like 3 times already.
Yeah.
Wow. This will be useful in the chests, or even boss rush again, actually. I'm looking for mapping, but I'm just not finding it. Moving into depths too. This is a pretty good run though. It's not the best by any means, but Epic Hack and Spear is definitely a great combo.
Yeah.
High
If you're all
Priestess.
just joining us here, this is our Hotfix Roguelite special. We are showing off some Roguelite games today and then jumping into our Dead Cells community showcase later today. So definitely stick around. We got all kinds of Roguelite games coming at you today. Oop, chunkin' mom.
Yeah. We'll take the Polaroid this time instead, so I get a shield. And that sort of showcases what I was explaining earlier. Since I have only soul hearts now, when I get hit, we'll get the Polaroid shield, which I value more than the negative right now, since, you know, we already have 30 damage. We don't need +1, but instead, the shield would be way more beneficial for my build. And that highlights the Racing Plus change very well, where
I just thought you were giving into chat's pressure to get the to get the Polaroid this time.
no.
I was gonna say sharpness. Don't give in to bullying. Don't let them do it to you.
No, it's genuinely the best here. Full card. We don't even need to fight those. Let's just go. We have everything we need. We're just gonna stand still on top of the bosses and win. Oh. I'm not that strong, I guess.
I don't know. I mean, I think that's pretty strong.
Yeah. Yeah, these runs are way, way stronger than like a typical normal Isaac run, unmodded. Not only are these strong characters, but you start with the D6 and it's just way faster pace in general. Vanilla speedruns can be pretty slow pace at times, frankly. Just gonna key through here. And that just showcased Tainted Bethany's ability. Is I normally would only have 1 charge here, but because of the red hearts I have, that allows me to use those as charges for my active item. There we go. There's Tainted Bethany done.
Wow. And now this is your This is the fourth character or fifth?
The
Did I lose fifth character? I lost track. Look at that. So we're looking for 2 more wins here. Fifth character here, and you picked Judas, right?
Yep. Now Judas is pretty strong because of his base damage multiplier than normal characters, but unfortunately he only has 1 heart to start with. So that means you can die in 1 hit on the first floor, which is quite scary. So hopefully we can find a good starting item here very soon. Now I keep seeing Incubus. That's another Racing Plus specific change. Is normally you would never see Incubus here, but it's added to the treasure pool to give you more options to start a run with. But for this, I don't think Incubus is good enough to start with. I'd like something safer, most likely. He also starts with the Book of Belial, the active item in the top left, which is 3 charges, but will grant a big damage up for the room when you use it. And I'm just not seeing anything. Soy milk.
Soy
Are you a
milk
fan
would
of
be
soy
a
milk,
lot.
Jiggy?
I don't like soy milk because soy milk is like the biggest what if. You know, like I feel like it could be one of the best items ever, but I never have enough damage to capitalize on it.
Yeah, I get that.
I've had too many runs end because I'm like, soy milk would be fun. Not fun. I think actually both soy milk and chocolate milk are items that have ruined runs for me in the past.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Like
they both can for sure.
Chocolate milk's good, but it's another charge item. So, you know, lowers your DPS.
Yeah. They're not always the best. I'm not a big fan of soy milk, which is controversial. And we're getting very, very, very unlucky here. Cricket's head. No, this is a starting item for sure, but
I mean, you're already at
best.
8, 9. Like that's pretty high.
Yeah. Some of the starting items you could get are Sacred Heart and Godhead, which would be better. And you know, that is not vanilla at all. But it would be nice to have. I'll start this though. It's good enough. I'm just gonna play a little safe. Look for a soul heart. There we go. Alright, we got the Widow here. When we use the Book of Belial, you can see I get +5 damage for the room, which is quite strong. Now, another Racing Plus specific mechanic is you'll see a presence symbol in the top left. And what that indicates is it means I'll get a free devil deal if I don't get hit. And this was added for characters like Judas, actually, who don't have enough health, but you don't get punished for going unhit. So it's a reward for playing well, and it gives you more flexibility, and it's less restrictive. Normally, taking a double deal here would be quite scary, but because of the free mechanic, looks pretty safe. Unfortunately, that was not a good double deal, and we're looking for some kind of DPS item, you know, a damage up or a knife or a brimstone. But the only item we got is empty vessel, so we might be struggling here a little bit, but we'll see.
This is the first run where you're running like without a totally broken
Yeah.
starting item.
Yep. Oh, hey.
We're back.
Glitter bombs.
We're back.
Yep, deja vu happens all the time in this game. And I get all kinds of synchronicities playing this. It gets freaky sometimes. Now the trinket is giving me Brother Bobby right here. The trinket I just picked up. It is helping me out here.
It does a little bit more damage.
Yeah. We really need something.
And that is not something.
Ooh.
That's something.
There we go. So my active item here, Crack the Sky, did a great job at that boss. Just one-shotting it. I believe they reworked this item or something. Maybe I'm mistaken on that, but it's quite a good item.
All right, I'm calling it now. I'm calling it now, chat. Brimstone Magic Spoon. It's gonna happen.
Oh, Spoonbender?
Yeah.
Let's look for it.
Get that homing brimstone.
That would be great. Ooh, tough love. That's great. This item is a luck-based tier effect, which, based on my luck stat, which is indicated by the 4-leaf clover on the left side, you know, more luck means more chance to shoot a tooth tier. Now you can't see that with the brim, but each tick of the brimstone has a chance to activate it. So the more luck we get, the more damage we'll be doing here, essentially. But I have 0 luck right now. Okay. Now, we skipped that item because it's close to useless for me right now. That item was E. coli, I believe. Up here, alright. We're looking pretty healthy here. We've got 1 red heart, 2 black hearts, and a bunch of soul hearts.
Right now, what are some items that you're like really looking for, or stat ups besides damage? Because I know you want damage.
So some tier 8 would be great right now because I know that I have base tier 8 still, and that would let me charge up faster. Pull would be great here. There we go.
So Cole works with brimstone, but not mom's knife.
Yeah, and you can sort of see that at the end of the brimstone beam. It gets a little bit thicker at the end. It kind of has a cone shape to it. It's a little bit hard to see, but it does work. So the further away our brimstone is, it's gonna do a lot more damage. It's very significant. Coal Brimstone is a classic strong synergy in Isaac. And we've got a dead end here, so I've just got to guess where to go next. And everywhere was a dead end. Unlucky.
You can go get that money and check out the store if you need to.
I can't. It's too late.
You've already committed. It's over.
Yeah. It might be greed as well. Ooh, let's take this.
Brimstone Mom's knife.
Yep. We'll take that.
Game over. You won.
Yeah, here's another classic beloved synergy. Brim knife.
Not worth charging, right?
Yeah, I like to just spam it a little bit. So I'm just spamming my arrow key, and then it shoots out these little bursts of knives out. It's best of both worlds, you know, with the area effects piercing of Brimstone, but also the boss shredding of the knife. It's perfect for our needs right now. But our lump of coal doesn't work anymore, sadly. Even though we do have Brimstone, technically, the knife overrides that synergy. Oh. That might have looked a little bit weird, but we used a tarot card to spawn a crawl space. And the crawl space item was not useful, unfortunately, but it was a reverse tarot card, which is an addition to Repentance, actually. At first there was just the normal sided ones, but for every tarot card they added a reverse one with a unique effect.
These bosses are just gone.
Yep.
Is this your I feel like this might be the most OP run of the day so far.
Yeah. I mean, it's... What was the other strong one? The Lost?
Lance was pretty powerful. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. The Lost one was pretty good because we had mapping with it. So I know exactly where to go. On this one, I don't have any kind of mapping. Yeah, I'd say this one is stronger build-wise, but the other one was stronger speedrun-wise. And yeah, it's really just smooth sailing. I did get
Just gotta watch your health here.
Yeah. Emperor, nice. That felt scripted. And there we go. This is...
Oh, it's over.
The second to last, I believe.
Yep, this is the 6th run.
Yep, and yep, now we're on Isaac, the main character. And we just start with 2 D6s, nothing special. Good old Isaac. So we'll just be re-rolling until we see something. I'm doing my best to instantly see and know whether or not it's startable or not. And there's Cricket's
Starting
head again.
with Cricket's head.
Yep.
I don't know. I like it when you start with Cricket's head because it means that the run can be anything. You know, they're not locked in.
Yeah.
I mean, we started Cricket's head last run and it was Brimstone Knife, so pretty radical.
Yep. Hopefully our first devil deal is something good here. I wish I could show off some different starting items though, like Tech X or something.
Oh, maybe we'll find it.
Fighting Orange Ragman here. This is a champion boss.
What are the differences between the champion colors out of curiosity?
The color just kind of tells you it's a champion. But there's no consistency really. So like, usually if it's like black or gray, then it might produce some slowing effects on you. But there's really a lot of variance between each boss that you kind of just have to memorize and know what they do. Sometimes orange means they have like fire or there's a lot of variations. Honestly, couldn't really tell you what Orange Ragman does. It's kind of niche right now. They just have different attack patterns though. This is a Little Horn here, non-champion. He's pretty easy. We've got our first double deal coming up. Fingers crossed. Okay, we'll take Abaddon. So that wasn't amazing, but Abaddon is pretty nice. It's a speed up, it's a damage up. We get some health. I'll take it. And once again, we're going alt path here because Downpour is actually smaller than caves most of the time. And so we're clearing less rooms on average. So although we are spending 1 key for this, most runners find it worth it to go alt path. Just for the smaller floors. And you see it's just a couple rooms. It was pretty quick floor. Now this boss is called Min Min. He's pretty scary.
Coal time? Coal time.
I'm gonna roll
Not
it,
coal.
I'm sorry.
Rotten baby.
Yep. So I didn't think coal by itself was too useful there. You know, it's still a great item, but I'm looking for something better. Like
Sharpness is teaching me that all of my eggs being in the coal basket is a wrong decision.
It's kind of a gamble if it's good or not on this run. It might be useless or it might be insanely good. It just depends. So instead of gambling that, I'll just look for something else. And we pick up Rotten Baby, which is pretty good. I'd say it's better than coal here for now. Definitely better. And that's my my little green guy. And he's shooting blue flies. And the blue flies deal twice my damage. So take the 9.68 times 2. So they're doing about 18, 19 damage per fly. And he's shooting them constantly. And that's certainly more DPS than Cole would give me right now.
And that's why Guppy is still, I think, the best transformation in the game.
Yeah, yeah.
Or is there
100%.
better transformations?
Wow.
Round 2 Brimstone.
I'm just eating my words right now. We skip the Cole, we get
Oh, yeah. Now you wanted that Cole.
Yep. It's a planetarium. We roll Venus and we pick up Sol. Now Sol is going to show us where the boss room is on every single floor. Now this is quite useful for us. Normally, people might not value this item too much. But for me, it's great. And we're going to take Conjoin. So here's a... You brought up transformation, and we just got one that I can showcase as Conjoined here. Now we're shooting the triple shot in this sort of Y pattern. That's because we got three of these familiars that contribute to the transformation. We have Harlequin Baby, Brother Bobby, and Rotten Baby. And the 3 of these give me this the triple shot.
Now we really want the magic spoon.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. We just got a 0.5% dry baby right there.
Wow.
Yeah, each of these skulls has a chance to drop it when it's bombed. And those bomb flies blew it up for me and gave it to me, so that's great. Some streamer luck right there.
Ooh, another. What was this? A dark blue mom?
No, this is Blue
Dark
Mom.
Blue mom. Blue mom. She was just dark because of.
The floor is kind of dark. Think depths.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see on this floor than normal. We'll take the nail for flight. And there's another transformation we got. It's called Leviathan. And that gives us flight and some black arts. And I don't know. Did I mention flight? I'm sure.
I mean, you've mentioned it a
sense.
little bit. I mean, we're gonna. The next character you said is
Azazel?
Azazel. I keep saying. I keep thinking it's Azula or something, but Azazel, and that one starts with flight. And Brimstone. So we're gonna see Brimstone again. Next character. Eye drops. But I assume flight.
Twisted pair.
Best part about flight is just you can just skip everything mostly, right? Like there's no
we
downside.
get to fly over rocks.
Oh, you
we
got
get to
all the
hide.
characters right now. What do we got going on here?
The familiars, yeah, we've got a lot.
Yeah.
So the 2 guys next to me we just picked up. That's Twisted Pair, and that's a brand new Repentance item. And they're copying my Brimstone effects.
Do they
but
count
at
as
a reduced
familiars?
damage. Yeah.
So box would be huge right now if you got box, right?
Wait, why? Oh no, a box of
the double.
friends. Yeah.
Yeah, box of friends. Sorry.
Yeah.
There's probably a lot of Isaac items called box, so I can't just assume you know which item I'm talking about.
That's right.
But
There's like 10
friends-
box items.
Box of friends doubles your friends, so I would think that'd be huge.
Yeah, that's Lilith's starting item, which doubles her Incubus. And yeah, that would be pretty nice for me right now. But it's hard to find. That's only in the treasure room.
I thought you could get it from the shop as well. All right, we're back. Sorry about that technical difficulties, but we are going to keep on going. Sharpness, you ready?
Yep. All right, we're back in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, we're here in the Isaac fight now.
Yeah. We're not too strong right now, so I'm placing all of my bombs to make this go a bit faster. We picked up homing bombs earlier, using that to help me out with this fight.
It's okay. It's a rare treat to see a boss actually fight you.
Yeah.
Did you get bouncy? Wait, are you getting rubber? Oh boy.
Wow. Yeah, we just got rubber cement, which when our brim hits the wall, it's gonna bounce back and reflect.
Rubber cement, brimstone.
How many beams is on the screen? Like 12, maybe?
9. Right? Is it? Oh, is it 12? I think it's 9, but I don't know. I'm not good at math, Sharpness. I'm afraid of it, actually. Pretty scary.
Yeah. It's hard to count those.
All right, here we go.
Pretty easy run, though.
Bam.
And here we go on Azazel.
All right, final run. Not Mr. Fetus?
No, I don't even know what that does, to be honest with you. I don't think it would.
Mr. Fetus is Ipecac Plus. He gets a rocket ship down, or like the rocket.
I think that was Dr. Fetus.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure. Maybe I'm mistaken.
You know this game more than me, all right? I see item I like.
If it was Dr. Fetus, maybe that would have actually been good, yeah. But I need to like, sometimes I'll mess up where I just reset accidentally because I need to just like instantly react and know if I want it or not. It's sort of not what I have in mind. So I just immediately reset it.
So with this character, we do get Brimstone right off the bat. A lot of people say this is the easiest character in the game.
Yeah, for sure. Azazel is very noob friendly. He's great when you're starting the game and trying to learn because he's very mobile. He starts with high speed and flight, which lets you hide over rocks and lets you dodge and maneuver easier. And the brim is powerful, of course, which players might struggle to have a strong run, which could make them struggle even more. So great starter character and great for our speedrun as well, because he'll be quite fast. Now, I haven't quite seen anything yet. And this is the exact item that we need. The exact one. Now, Proptosis.
The exact item?
Yep. Proptosis is gonna be insanely powerful here on Azazel.
Plus, you get the funny eyeballs.
Yep. Got our eyes poking out. Looking a little...
Yeah. We have a few questions in chat a little bit about R+, if you want to just give a little rundown on that again.
Right. Yeah, Racing Plus is a speedrunning mod for Isaac that modifies the game a little bit just to make it more speedrun friendly. And I chose it today just to be safer for the marathon and considerate of our time. Because the game is so RNG heavy, vanilla can be quite hit or miss with its time. So it adds a few items to the treasure room. And the main thing though is these custom challenges in Racing Plus called Seasons. And you'll see on the left-hand side of the screen the S1. This was the first season released in Repentance, actually. And it's pretty close to vanilla though. We're just playing 7 characters in a row. But Racing Plus gets rid of some death animations. It cleans up a few things. Just makes it way more friendly for speedrunning, that's all. There's a few other custom challenges on Racing Plus that have a few gimmicks that when they were released, everyone competed on them. And, you know, they had some were interesting. They had different gimmicks. This one is pretty simple, though. There's nothing crazy going on here.
I mean, you went from Brimstone to Mom's Knife, and now you have a child with with Mom's Knife.
Oh, the little guy with me?
Yeah, the little guy.
Yeah, that's Incubus. He's a lot like the Twisted Pair we just saw, actually, where he'll copy your tier effects and follow you around. So it's almost like double damage, but the tiers from Incubus and Twisted Pair are reduced damage. But it's still quite nice. It's a very powerful item. I'm gonna try to play a little safe here and bomb these.
Yeah, you're just going through this here.
I'm not gonna take... Maybe I should have taken it. I'm just playing safe now.
For everyone that is just... Oh, I'm sorry, keep going, yeah.
We just saw Twisted Pair again, but I denied it.
Denied it. For everybody that is just joining us here, this is the GDQ Hotfix Roguelike Speedrun Special. We are showcasing a lot of roguelites today. We got the Binding Isaac here. We're wrapping that up. And then we have right after this is Splatoon 3 Side Order, which is the DLC, the roguelite DLC. We're already on my... Goodbye, Mom. Sharpness going crazy here.
Yep, the knife proptosis is gonna one-shot. I'm kind of dying now. Uh-oh.
Oh, you're
That's
good.
Why I
You
said I
got
need to
it.
play safe.
You're fine.
It's a little bit hard to control with my speed is so
Well, you're
fast.
just really fast, yeah.
Yeah. And my range is low. You see I have 4.5 range? That's like almost as low as it can get. Oh, this is not what I wanted to see. Okay, there we go. We're completely fine. We just picked up Old Bandage. Just a fantastic item. And we'll be bombing out of this room.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of those guys. They're too scary.
No. Yeah, those guys are the worst with the knife.
These guys kind of suck too.
Yeah. This whole floor is kind of
Unfriendly for the knife user.
yeah.
Enemies that require 2 steps or that spawn more enemies or that kind of thing. Oh, goodbye.
Yeah, very tough fight. Very exciting.
Yeah, 2 bosses left. If you get lucky with the mapping, I think that you're going to be underestimating here.
Yeah.
This is the final character of the 7 character showcase here.
Almost done. We'll see how the chest goes. Sometimes the chests control you.
An Emperor card would be huge right now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're always praying for that Emperor.
All right, here we are. Chest, final floor.
A little bit scary.
Yeah, I was gonna say not the best room.
I'm gonna pop algaes here because this is like the worst room we could possibly get.
Yeah, this is a bad enemy for bad enemy for knife.
I can't think of a worse chest room. Yep, so we got a dead end. Oh well.
Chest trolling a little bit.
Little troll. I think it's this way. I have a little hunch. There it is. And time.
GG.
GG.
There you go. There you go. In-game timer with the 124.38. Not bad. Not bad. Pretty awesome.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, Sharpness, thank you so much. This run was absolutely incredible. It was a lot of fun to see all the different characters and see all the crazy stuff. Huge GGs in the chat for Sharpness. Everyone that's watching here, please look at the title of the stream and click on Sharpness's name and give Sharpness a follow. You can also do it in the chat right now. We have a shout out, so click that button in the chat right now. Thank you so much, Sharpness, for being here. Is there anything like what are you doing on your show right now? What's up? Why should everybody go check you out?
Come check me out. Play Tainted Lost, the hardest character in Isaac. We're streaking it a few times a week. Come check me out. Big shout out to everyone in the Isaac community. Everybody. And that's basically it.
Awesome. So thank you so much there, Sharpness. I appreciate it. I appreciate you joining and doing this awesome run. Don't go anywhere, everybody. Again, all day today, we have roguelike games coming at you. Up next with our run of Splatoon 3 side order. But quick announcements here. I just have some quick announcements before we go to break here. We at GDQ are looking to expand the games committee. If you like video games, okay, and you're interested in helping plan some of the mainline GDQ channel shows, you can actually go to GamesDoneQuick/jobs and apply to be part of the games committee. That would be pretty cool. You can do that, and you can also go check out our Discord. We have all kinds of upcoming shows, the mainline shows, and then also here on Hotfix. So check that out at !Discord. Don't go anywhere. Up next, we got Splatoon 3 side order, any percent, coming at you just in a moment. Welcome back to Hotfix, the roguelike show. We're doing the roguelike show today. My name is Jiggy, and we got an incredible run of Splatoon 3 side order coming at you today. But hey, did you watch Flame Fatales? Type one in the chat. Did you watch that show? I had a great time watching that show. They did an absolutely incredible job raising money this past week. But did you miss that? because I didn't get to watch all of it. I watched a lot of it, but I didn't get to watch all of it. If you missed any shows or events, you can check out the VODs over at youtube.com/gamesdonequick. I know I'm going to be watching a lot of runs from FF on there, and I'm definitely really excited about that. We have some incredible shows coming up here too, and once again, you can check out all the different shows that we do here on Hotfix all week over at gamesdonequick.com/hotfix. All right, I'm ready because I am both a squid and a kid. Lantro, how are you? Welcome to Hotfix.
Yeah. What's up, everyone? I'm Lantro. I'm going to be doing Splatoon 3 side order any %, and side order has been on GDQ a couple of times, but it's been NG+, because we consider that the much safer category. But today, we throw logic out of the window and actually play some any %. We're going to see what happens. And I am, of course, joined by my good friend, B.
Yeah, hi, I'm B. I was one of the NG Plus runners when side order first dropped. I retired because it's too safe for me. And now I'm a fan of the any % gamble life. And, you know, it's going to be a lot of fun. Any %, as Ian said, is a lot less safe, but you can do really smart plays to make it a bit safer. So that's what we'll be doing today.
All right. Let's just get this started. We have to get through a tutorial anyway.
Yeah, I was going to say, when you're going through this, why don't you just give a little explanation of what Splatoon 3 side order is for a lot of people that might not know it. And that
we got 4 minutes before we actually do anything. So
yeah, so we can cover it while we're going through the tutorial. We'll just get started. We've got plenty of free time.
Let's go. 3, 2, 1, go.
So
I just realized I didn't bring up my splits. Nice.
You don't need them. You don't need them. Do you want me to get started on some stuff, or do you want to take the charge here?
Go nuts.
Okay, so welcome to Splatoon 3 Side Order, the DLC for Splatoon 3. It's a little confusing, I know. Point is, this is a whole side mode dedicated just to your whole roguelike gameplay that we all love. Climbing floors, getting things, the game's mean to you, you move on anyways. So Side Order, you'd think Splatoon as a roguelike, how does that work? Well, so right in front of us is the Spire of Order, I think is what it's called in-game. The tower is the TLDR. And so what you do is you're going to go up floors, you're going to collect chips, which are your items of the game, and those chips will give you different effects to make you stronger, or if you're really unlucky, not stronger. And there are a set amount of floors. This first climb we're doing for the tutorial is only 10 floors, and then the second real climb is a 30-floor climb to the top. And so the whole idea is, can you survive? Can you get a good build to do it quickly while having very few resources, because the game was designed around repeatedly going up and getting stronger. And obviously, we're speedrunners. We're not going to grind for an hour to get stronger. We're just going to go straight into the chaos. And things get a little interesting, to say the least. Ian, if you want to...
Yeah, I was about to mention, since it's like, you're supposed to, play to the tower multiple times in order to get enough hacks to handle things reasonably. But since we don't do that, well, we're going to be climbing with 2 lives, 1 thing of damage reduction, and that's it. And we're going to have to make it work. And then we're going to try to scrape together some good chips. We need some, some special charges, some fire rates, some splash damages, and hopefully triple 8 strikes. That would make my day very nice. And very easy.
It's not going to happen.
It's not gonna
I don't
happen.
think it's going to happen. It's not going to happen. We were doing a warm-up run before this, and Ian burned all the good luck. And he's insisting that things will be fine. And I'm insisting, no, you burnt all the good luck. You kept pushing it. And he got what was probably one of the most optimal builds I've seen for any %, like, ever.
Yes. In the first 4 floors, I got 2 main fire speed chips, which is, like, insane. If you get 2 main fire rate ups in your entire run, you are looking great. But when you get it that early, it's like, okay.
You're just able to ball out from there. And real quick, I do want to touch on something you mentioned earlier, which are hacks. Those aren't going to be relevant until after this tutorial climb, because we haven't unlocked them yet. But hacks are essentially your long-term upgrades. A good comparison I could make is the upgrades you get in Hades from using the mirror. That is sort of the equivalent here. And so by completing runs and doing things, you get these items called pearls. To be confused with Pearl the drone, pearls are your upgrade currency that you get for doing runs, and there are things you can do to get more pearls, but that's not relevant here because you're going to get a set amount of pearls from doing this first climb. And some runners early on noticed that if you open the equivalent of the bestiary in this game, you can get some extra pearls, which gives us just enough for us to be able to buy the safer upgrades that we do in showcase runs, like we're going to do here, which you'll see in about, 10 minutes from now? How long is... I'm so used to normal first climb speedrun RTA, so I can't remember how long
it's going to be like 18
are.
minutes until we can actually
Okay,
get
thank you.
The thing is, though, in actual any percent world record, what you would do is only go with 1 life and the damage reduction, because the damage reduction is pretty valuable. It saves you from getting one-shot by a certain type of enemy. And then you would just, play with 1 life, and it's fine. But that's a really bad idea, so...
We're not going to do that. Yeah. I will note that a couple of members of the community, myself and Ian included, do somewhat affectionately refer to this category as gambling.
Oh, I love gambling.
Because it's what you're doing here. But you're doing a strat here where in side order specifically, there's this thing called poison ink, where items like portals or enemies stuck on your ink will slowly take damage ticks over time. And what he's doing here is he was inking the bottom of those portals. They were taking damage ticks while he was going to shoot the one up top. So he was able to just pop them all, bam, bam, bam. You're good to move on. We're on to the next floor. And you're going to see that strategy pop back up on the boss for this tutorial climb.
Yeah, it'll be very valuable there, but it saves you having to kill any of those big enemies because they have an insane amount of health.
Yeah, and what's also scary is sort of pedaling back to how hacks let you get yourself stronger. We take 2 times damage on default after this tutorial climb. So some big fish you'll see, they can one-tap you and break your armor, and if they hit you a second time, that's it, your life's gone. And on world record attempts, your run would be over. And so you have to be very conscious of the ink you're using, the enemies around you, while also trying to pour out as much damage as you can. And if you're not careful, things can get very bad very quickly. And next thing you know, yet again, your run's dead.
Yeah, but we got through the first few floors where, we have to actually play the game and stuff is happening, and then we have some zones and some towers. I guess it'd be a good time to talk about, the different types of stages in side order, if you want to do that.
Yeah, for sure. So there are 4 main types of side order stages.
That's just not true. There's 5.
Is there?
There's 5.
Okay, I totally forgot. There are 5 main stages. You've got your chase levels, which are these little fish that you've got to run around and kill. And then that's your clear condition for the stage. You've got your portal levels, like we saw before, where there are these portals you have to break, and those portals are constantly spawning enemies to stop you from breaking the portals. There are 8-ball levels, where you have to get little 8 balls onto a pedestal. Our OE fans will be sad to hear the word 8-ball, but yes, it did return in side order. There are tower levels, which are a sort of offshoot of the multiplayer ranked mode tower control, where instead of standing on a tower, you've got to shoot your tower to move it through checkpoints to a final position. And then there are splat zones levels, another multiplayer ranked mode making its appearance here as a challenge, where you have to keep the zone painted your color and it will slowly tick down over time. You can't make it go faster. It is my least favorite mode for any run. Any side order speedrunner will tell you that if you're stuck on all zones, you're just sad because it's just timeless.
We are
and then
as a bit of a strat on this stage.
Mm-hmm.
where
You can talk about that.
I'll talk about it. It's like what basically happens is that on the death zones that's like surrounding each of these stages, if you hit them, they'll like bounce you back up so you don't just like instantly die, right? It just breaks your armor, it launches you back up, then you can pearl drone back to a safe part. But we can abuse that height that we get from that to skip a little section here with this tower.
It saves like 3 seconds if I remember correctly, something like
I
that.
thought it was like 6, but I also like haven't done the normal strat in an insanely long time.
Yeah, no,
so-
that was a strat. I think Moxie discovered that. I don't remember. It's been around pretty much since like day 3 or 4 of
Yeah,
the
but
game.
instead
It's
of
just-
getting like a spring guy to come over here, I can use this zone to my advantage and get up like that.
and then you can just go back to shooting the tower, get it through the checkpoint immediately. And you're going to notice how we haven't used our special yet. We're going to use it here to give one big burst of push right about now, and bam. So much progress has been made, and that saves a little bit of time as well.
37.
That's not bad. I'm always happy with a sub 40 on that stage, because my consistency isn't as good as yours, unfortunately.
All good.
I think this is where... no, okay. So after this zone stage, which we're going to have a little bit of fun here to kill some time.
Yes.
We're going to bully some enemies here. So look forward to that. But after this stage, we're going to see 8-ball level and fish show up, as we mentioned earlier. Now, these aren't the actual in-game names for the stages, but these are shorthand names we came up with while trying to figure out a quick way to talk about these stages without having to go splat zone or push the tower. So tower is tower, zones is zones, ball is ball, if you catch my drift.
Exactly.
Yet again, loving and enjoying the auto scrollers. Hope you guys like those in your speedruns.
See, once we're actually on the main 30 floors and get to pick our stages, we're going to be avoiding auto scrolls as much as possible because, as you can see, they're very slow compared to like a fish level, which we can do in 10 seconds or whatever.
NG plus runners can do it
I
even faster
forgot
than
to launch
I
these
assume
guys.
you'll be skipping splat zones as well, right?
Well, hopefully. Hopefully it is the main thing because sometimes you don't have a choice.
What's interesting about any percent is there's a mechanic in NG Plus where you can use a hack that lets you re-roll your stages for a price of Membucks. We don't have that. So if the game decides I'm going to give you 3 splat zones, you have no choice about this. Pick your poison. That's something we just have to frown at and begrudgingly take because NG Plus kids have it easier than we do.
And then it comes down to, I assume, the map, right? Because there's a couple splat
Yes.
zones that are stupid.
Yeah, there are
Yes.
such as like Sisyphus Station. Everyone knows that one.
Everyone knows Cruel Sisyphus.
Oh, what is this?
We
Okay.
on that doc, we made a giant document to make any percent runs more consistent, and we'll get a little bit more into that once I can. What are you doing?
What's the game doing? That's not me. Come on.
Yeah, I know you pushed it off.
What?
Anyways, we created this giant document, and I'll bring it up once we can actually like showcase it. But I'll give you a teaser. We have created a giant table that catalogs every floor type for every stage of the final climb you do, and we have categorized these stages into which ones you want to take and which ones you should not take under any circumstance, no matter what. And almost every single Splat Zones level is labeled bright red or worse as do not play this, just don't play it. We're going to be doing a little bit of a AI manip strategy here with our little chase guys. Big fan of them.
I wanted to get all 3 fish into that corner, but I was kind of blanking on how to do it, so we will do that.
Well, their aggro range is very weird. Even now, it's something I still don't quite understand. Don't forget to press B here, by the way.
I forgot.
You had one job, man. And so you're going to notice the next floor is all warbly and scary. Ooh, I wonder what could happen next.
What?
Something.
Nothing bad would ever happen
No.
in side order
And-
80%.
To tie off the normal stages for this tutorial climb, which the community refers to as first climb, we're going to pop some more portals, and then we'll be pivoting to the first boss fight of the 4 we'll have to fight for this run.
12. That's good.
Could be 11, though.
I'm not Motoro.
Nobody's Motoro,
It's
dude.
true.
For a bit of context, Motoro is one of the best side order runners. Just like hands down, Motoro is amazing at these games and is a member of the Japanese part of the community. And even through that giant language barrier, we all come together to appreciate speedrunning these games, and I think that's really cool. Here's Marina. Pearl and Marina are from Splatoon 2. If anybody here played that game, it is all this whole DLC is kind of a giant love letter to all of the characters from Splatoon 2 and is a continuation-ish of the story that happened in Splatoon 2's DLC Octo expansion. Don't you wish you could press the minus button?
Yes.
Splatoon has some pretty deep lore.
Oh yeah, no, Splatoon is notorious for being this super like bubbly, cutesy game. And then you look into the lore and you're like, I thought this was a game about squids and kids. Sorta. It's also a lot more than that. And do you guys remember that poison ink I mentioned about what is like 12 minutes ago? Here it is. And just like that, we have popped all of the boss things, and these spinners are going to do a bunch of damage.
Oh my god, don't forget about this, but life goes on.
Hey, yeah. So you're going to notice Ian is intentionally further back, and that is because the splat dualies here do more damage the further away you are due to the main damage distance chip we got earlier in the tutorial climb. And now we just get to sit back and relax for a couple minutes.
All right, so now we're going to talk about how Splatoon is in the downfall timeline of Super Mario Sunshine. Thoughts?
You know, I could adopt that into my worldview personally. I think that's something I could believe. Why not?
That's my headcanon. It's always been my headcanon.
I'm a fan of that.
Bowser wins,
You know,
Splatoon happens.
You know what? That works for me. You know, we haven't had enough Super Mario references here in this game, I think. That's a bit of a problem. Now then, Ian.
24 first climb.
That's not bad.
That's debatable, but you know.
Hey, I never said it was good. I just said it wasn't bad.
That's more like it.
So, coming up here, we're going to try and do a little cutscene trigger skip after all of these mandated cutscenes go by. It's like a frame perfect pause buffer.
It's either frame perfect or 2 frame. I don't remember. One thing I like to do to try to help it is to rebind the plus button to L, because L does nothing in Splatoon games. And that kind of helps me pause the game, unpause, pause again to get the timing better. But I doubt I'll get it, but if I get it, it'll be hype. It's very hard.
Yeah. Chat can get excited. Now, Ian, now that we're a bit closer to it, do you want to get into the Mega Doc?
It's about that time.
So, we've mentioned this Mega Doc a little bit, and I'll stop teasing you guys about it. We'll actually talk about it this time. So, the Side Order Any % Mega Doc was a document that we started creating on day 3 or 4 of the game because a community member, whose name I'm blanking on, unfortunately, pointed out that the Membucks value reward you get is consistent across runs. And using that, we were able to go through video of all of these runs that people had been doing and coordinating them with which stage that Membucks value was respected to. And that allowed us to then go, okay, like for example, here on the first 10 floors, there is a specific pool of levels you can play. And like, let's say there was a 25 membuck value 8-ball level. That could be one of 3 levels. It could be the bowl.floor level, it could be our high tower level, or it could be the pyramid level. And from that, you could go, okay, which stage, like, do I like the chances of either of these stages popping up? And from there, you can make extremely informed decisions and do lineups with Splat Bomb on the which is the sub weapon for the palette we'll be using for this run. And it all just kind of ties together. And instead of any percent being this blind stumble through the dark,
Too late.
he missed it.
Okay.
Instead of any percent being this blind stumble through the dark, you're able to just know what you're getting yourself into before the loading screen hits, so you can mentally go, okay, here's what's going to happen, here's how I'm going to play the level, and have a little bit more of an informed improv from there.
I'm not actually going to get no hacks. It's just that I haven't... you can't go into the menu to get more pearls before you do this cutscene, so I'm just going to do both once I can.
And then we're going to go into this locker here and unlock the Agent 4's weapon, the... I think, what's it called? Is it like the order shot, or I don't know. It's essentially...
It's a splatter shot.
It's a splatter shot. And what's interesting is the Agent 4's palette is the only consistent palette unlock aside from Marina's, which is directly given to you. After that palette unlock, weapon unlocks are completely random.
I think the most important thing to keep in mind about palettes is that they have a consistent sub and special when you start with them. And you have 2 other weapons starting out with. You have the Dualies and the Brella. The Dualies have, I believe, Curling Bomb, Reef Slider, and the Brella, I don't even know. I think it's like Sprinkler Ink Storm. It's so bad.
It's Sprinkler Storm. The Brella is a bad weapon in general.
In theory, you could just go straight in with Dualies, and if you got better subs and specials, it'd be faster. But Shot just provides such a nice kit that it's worth going out of your way to actually start with it.
Because Splat Bomb is such a versatile sub-weapon, it does good damage. It's not that ink consumption heavy.
Yeah, it's like the best sub for this run.
Hands down. And as mentioned earlier, it lets you do 8-ball lineups. Rush attack is nice.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of debate amongst the community, or at least there was for a while, about which special weapon is the best special weapon for any percent, and it's come down to 2 of them. Your Ultra Stamp for your portal levels, and your Triple Ink Strike for literally everything else in the run.
It used to be more of a debate. Now it's pretty widely agreed on that Triple Strikes are the best special, but I miss.
Yeah. You know, I think you need to go back to the golf track.
Where am I? Okay. What's happening here? Hi! I am the Angry Pumpkin.
You're the Angry Pumpkin. And what's a little scary...
I had to get that out of the way.
What are you doing?
It's gonna go in. It's gonna go in. It's fine.
You could have just shot them.
No, I don't have enough damage. I really deal with that.
So you're gonna notice we're kind of hugging the 8-ball there, just to make it snap onto the pedestal a little bit quicker. And so a lot of any percent decision making is balancing between, do I want to take a good chip? Do I want to take a good stage? Or do I even have that option? And so a lot of any percent is just improv. Are you able to adjust to what the game is throwing at you on the fly? Which of course makes sense given that it's a roguelite. Nice clean lineup there. So now it's just a matter of, did Ian burn his good luck?
Oh, I don't think so. You love to see that.
You love to see it. I'm quite sad to see it personally.
Listen, preying on my downfall once again.
It is my nature to wish for your downfall, Ian. Things wouldn't be the same if I wasn't.
Wait, that worked out good.
That worked. So These guys, they're the springs from the tutorial. You shoot them, they drop a little pedestal. If you hit that pedestal, you'll get launched up into the air, and that applies to the 8 balls too. So he got very lucky because it could have sent it back to the start of the level, but instead that spring decided, I'm going to be helpful today, which I can't relate to. The fact that you got main firing speed this early is really nice, though, because the damage fall off hasn't really hit you yet. Because as we get further into the run, there are going to be like more stage modifiers where the enemies can be stronger, or you can't do certain things, like use your pearl drone to glide, for example. And those modifiers can be absolutely horrifying.
Ooh.
Main piercing is also really nice because one of the main weaknesses of the splatter shot is that your crowd control is terrible. So being able to pierce and hit multiple targets at once, even if you only have one ship of it, goes such a long way to giving you more survivability.
Makes my damage on these 8 balls kind of ridiculous. As you can see, I'm doing a little more knockback to them now.
Because I think it like internally counts as multiple hits. Yeah,
that's the thing.
So very exciting stuff here. I think it's every 5th floor per stack, per segment is the vending machine, or is that an NG Plus thing? That's an NG Plus.
It's not a vending machine. You get text boxes though every 5.
Yeah, but you also do get the vending machine. That is a hack upgrade.
Oh yeah, with NG Plus, yeah. But
yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay.
This guy doesn't listen to me.
Well, technically that's not true in NG Plus because you would need to like have a completed run, right? Actually.
Can't believe you're actually me here, dude. So that's Orbit Rail. It's already gone. Every runner likes Orbit Rail. What is this build?
Actually nice. I'm not complaining. So the nice thing about having 2 piercing and a fire rate is that when I have to deal with worse portals later, I'm gonna have the damage output for it. Like, it's not gonna be bad at all.
Late game, especially the last 10 of the 30 floors.
Over? Nice. What?
Sorry, I was just enjoying your misfortune. Dude, you made me forget my thought. Thanks for that. You know what? We're just gonna appreciate this glorious run.
Exactly.
I remember what I was saying now.
That's
you
tough.
might have. Yeah, I was gonna say you might want to take that 45 there because it's not a good ship,
no,
but it's a
like
decent
splash
stage.
damage. If this is Steamroller, then the splash damage is now better. Life goes on.
What I was saying earlier, though, late game stages can get very dicey very quickly, just because, again, you don't have the damage output if your build is bad. And so you can get cornered, and next thing you know, you've lost your 1 life that you have to spare. And if you get cornered again, there you go. That was your run. Reset. go do it again, you know?
The thing about, so relating to Megadoc stuff, the thing about 8 ball 45 is that there are actually 2 stages that are 45 membucks and are 8 ball. One of them is really fast, it's like 15 seconds, and then there's this one that's like almost 40. So if you're gonna take an 8 ball 45, you're just accepting that there's a 50% chance you get screwed.
It circles back to that gambling mentality that side order is all about.
Oh, this is actually an interesting one. I think I should take this because this is a faster stage. 110
Not only that,
portals is extremely quick, and mobile special charge will help a variety of things.
Yeah, so
like,
Rush Attack is a good chip only for Ultra Stamp, and it does
also helps
affect
the damage
things.
of like these little guys.
Yeah.
There's a few things.
So it was do you take the more versatile option, or do you push for getting Ultra Stamp to make portal levels faster later on? And overall, it's kind of better to take more flexible options until you know what your late game build's going to look like.
I did not get a vending on the first 10, did I?
No, you did not. That's because you got 2 on the practice. You burnt your vending luck.
Unlucky. Well, I think I
Extremely.
got one on floor 5 because I like had a. Oh, this is interesting. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
I'll talk a little bit about bosses while you do this if you'd like.
Sure.
So bosses are not scripted in any particular way. Just like in games like Isaac, where there's a set pool of bosses, there are 3 boss fights you can get, and they will appear on floor 10 and floor 20 respectively. Floor 30 is always the same final boss, the final boss for a reason after all. And so there's the layered rotator, which is this lovely tower you see here. There is the bounder, as I call him, because I can't remember his actual name, who's a giant ball. And then there is the multiplayer / Splatoon 2 hero mode reference of a bunch of inklings that you have to fight and fend off. And those are the slowest, typically, because even though there's a safe, consistent strat you can do, assuming you're strong enough, Tower and Bounder will always be the fastest. And since you can get them on either floor 10 or floor 20, there are 2 variants for the boss fight, depending on if you find them on floor 10 or floor 20.
What's important to note about like the boss that I just did, you don't need to take out every floor level. There's some glowing ones, 3, 6, and 9. If you take out those 3, the tower just crumbles. So the Zuka is really good at doing that. The triple ink strikes are better at doing it, but the Zuka does a good job.
Because the triple ink strikes, the triple ink strikes are able to pierce every single floor.
Yeah.
So it damage balls out of control extremely quickly here. And in our first vending machine, we're going to get 3 potential items we can buy. And we're going to hope triple ink strikes here. And if not, we're going to be a little sad.
Someone predicted that it was going to be Wavebreaker. Who said that?
Whoever said that, you're right. Congrats. Flash radius is really nice because that affects everything that the game internally references as an explosion. So your splat bombs, special weapons like Zuka and the Tri-Strike are affected by that radius increase, and the same with splash damage. So when you see those chips, you get very excited because later on in the run, if we find strikes, it's even more powerful than it is. And on its own, it's already a godsend in a run.
We're just going right now. Good floors.
Not much more you can ask for.
Something extra?
3 zones.
Oh.
Okay.
So yeah,
That's nice to see.
There's a chance of getting like a bonus, which could be like more membucks or like getting some chips that can help you on a floor, but you can also get a danger, which there's a combination of danger where it's stronger gelatins and like I forget the bomb guys, their little names, but they're
Arpeggio
annoying.
Barrage or whatever is what it's
Arpeggio
called.
Barrage, that's more like it. Oh yeah!
Oh, there we go. That is one of the 2 run saver special weapons you want. Now portal levels are going to go by ridiculously quick. What? Oh! Okay, so an interesting thing to note about vending machines, you can pull them consecutively. The downside being every single time you pull a vending machine, it is even less likely for it to happen again. But theoretically, you could get a vending machine for every single stage of the run if you wanted it to happen.
Oh, this is tough because I'd have to buy down, but I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, because
So I can't get vendings for the next bit because I'm under 500 membucks, but it's fine. Like, I'd rather do this. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, my build's good enough. Like, it's fine. It's just like, this is really sketch.
those were all either
Those are
yellow
bad
or
stages.
more. I think we had a red in there too. So we color coordinated the stages, as I mentioned earlier. But you have piercing, so this stage is fine. This stage is only scary when you don't have piercing.
I guess that's true.
But because you have it, you're golden.
I have a win condition now.
And bam, portal's gone. Because the stamp is just able to continuously hit it. It's ridiculously powerful.
Wow. Okay, never mind. My build's crazy.
Yeah, no, we're fine. Honestly, we could coast on just this for the rest of the run.
I agree.
Getting this for any percent, is any runner's dream, really. So now you just need to get strikes in
So-
the last 10.
What you're telling me is Lontro's hacking. Confirmed.
Yes.
Yes, he's
absolutely.
he is cheating. He's absolutely cheating. This guy's been a cheater ever since I've met him.
Since the video.
Ever since the video, it has been well known in the community that Lontro is a cheater and is hacking. It is definitely not a good runner.
A little bit of the origin of that is that the homebrew that I use for Wii U is called Hacks Cheat, because it's like an older version of the homebrew that I got set up when I was like starting out with running on Wii U Splatoon 1. And I've never really updated it since then, and like nobody uses that anymore. This is scary.
Just pop your stamp. Just pop your stamp.
Oh, John. Get out of here.
Okay, you could have popped stamp. Look at this guy. But to continue your story here while you focus, it had kind of been an in-joke in the community for a while that Hacks Cheat was called Hacks Cheat. And one day I sat down and I DM'd Ian and I went, I'm going to make a video calling you a cheater. And he was just like, okay.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, he was a big fan of the joke. And I sat down and made this stupid video in like an hour and a half that the community still quotes to me to this day. It is still a part of the language of the Splatoon speedrunning community. Because apparently sleep-deprived videos are the funniest videos.
Exactly.
And it's just, to this day, we have to point it out every single time somebody mentions that Ian is hacking or cheating. We have to point out the origins of why why that joke exists within the community as prevalently as it does.
Whatever.
Dude, these stages are miserable.
I could have taken that. No, like it's fine now because 340 is like open, I'm pretty sure, and it's gonna be very easy to just change this with stamp. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
With my
still
special
not.
charging abilities. It's gonna be perfectly fine.
It's still not ideal though. But
when
you know,
when you're at this point, it's actually pretty ideal. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, I suppose. But it's. I keep forgetting you have stamp instead of strikes. Like I'm so strikes pilled that I just want you to have strikes instead of stamp.
What just happened? Okay.
And so you're going to notice how the portal explosions, since they are internally referenced as explosions, also get their radius increased. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. We're good. Everything's fine. We're good. You locked in. We're fine. You see, he's
Okay.
fine. I
Let's
think
go.
he might be cheating.
Let's go.
But the explosion radius for your portals are influenced as well by your explosion radius chips, which can lead to something we've dubbed portal chaining, where you just pop one portal and next thing you know, everything's exploding around you, and it's a good time. Do you have Splat Bomb lineups for this level?
I have an insane amount of knockback.
True. You're what, double pierce?
Yeah, I'm double pierce, so the 8 ball goes flying.
If you didn't have pierce, typically you'd probably do a Splat Bomb just because that explosion is going to have more oomph than your shots ever could, unless you have piercing, which is going to give you that multi-hit property, go further, clear the level. Here is boss number 2, the more difficult of the boss variants. And so because we fought Tower will not appear here again.
It's either
Tower is
Bounder
out
or
of the picture.
Octolings. Those are our two
And-
options here. It's Octolings.
Yeah,
This is kind
Harmony.
of scary, to be fair. You kind of want to get this on 10th floor because it gives you 3 pieces of armor to do it. It only gives you 1 piece of armor to deal with this on floor 20, so we got to be pretty careful.
If you're not cautious, these guys can and will corner you and absolutely devastate you. So it's a lot of, do I go for the risky quick kills or do I play safe so we don't die? But honestly, these first 2 rounds are fine. It's the third one that gets a little scary.
Pretty good.
So what's interesting is they also have their own little drones they can glide on because they're meant to be like combatants in like the lore. which is interesting. So a little bit of lore, because there's not much to talk about strategy-wise here. He's just going up on the zip pad and shooting them before they're able to come down. So, you know, we can't really do anything else aside from wait for them
Okay,
to
so
spawn
one of these
in.
is gonna have a triple splashdown that I need to avoid here. It's guaranteed. Oh my god.
That's a good special pop there, honestly, because they're kind of grouped together. Good save. There is that aforementioned things getting very scary very quickly because they do so much damage.
Wow.
Nice.
That works.
Very clean overall, honestly. You only had like one moment where they got out of control.
Yeah.
Which is all you can ask for tier 2 Harmony. Because the first one is a cakewalk in comparison to this. And now we are in the last stretch of 10. If the text boxes would go away.
This is such a scary part of the run. The stages that you can get in these last 10 floors, there are so many bad ones. The bad ones heavily outnumber the good ones. So vendings are always fantastic, so you don't even have to play a stage.
Ooh, range up is nice.
Oh, I'm gonna only take one. Save.
Yeah, it's the safer play. I personally, because I like...
Okay,
Oh,
we
never
love
mind.
that.
Okay, I'm glad you saved, apparently. I would have bought that second range up because I'm greedy. And I
good.
wouldn't have anticipated a second vending machine. Strikes? All right, here's our win condition now.
Okay, to be fair, I probably should have kept Stamp. It's a little bit better for the final boss, but strikes are just overall going to be really safe.
So even though...
Oh, wait, that's fine. Okay, I'm not using my brain.
Yeah, no, as I was saying, I forgot. Right, I remember now. Even though Stamp is really, really strong on the final boss, overall, you're just going to save so much more time clearing these stages quicker because you have the strength and consistency you need to just get things done before there's enough enemies to overwhelm you. It's about finding that really good balance between security and speed.
Okay. No, 485's fine. 485's fine.
I think 485 was the only good option. Was that
485 is orange.
785?
The others are like, you can't go there. You will
That
die.
was... I saw 780. What was the other one?
I don't know. I saw 780, which is like the worst stage of
Sisyphus.
the game. Yeah.
780 is
you go there,
the
you lose your run.
aforementioned Sisyphus.
Is that the
That's
one with
just
the
casually too.
Is that the one with the two splat zones in the middle?
Yes,
Like middle tower?
yes, and the giant spire in the
Yep.
middle. Absolutely.
I did that. I think it took me 45 minutes to beat that level.
It's
I believe it.
insane.
Yeah.
It is, as the stage says, very cruel and very Sisyphean.
Like even
So-
like the best of the best speedrunners often will just have to take a few minutes to do it sometimes because you just can't find an opening to manage everything. Especially if your build's bad, then there's nothing you can do.
I also just think some of the items it's just disgusting like to do with like roller's super hard to do that one.
Oh my. Avoid at
Roller's
all
just... the Sisyphus and one other stage have the glory of being the only two stages we have deemed worse than really, really hard. And that is for a reason. These stages are just, they're so gross. For lack of a better term, they're gross. And this is a nice stage. We like this. Nice, easy. You chase down your fish. I saw someone in chat mention this earlier, and I wanted to point out how good of a joke it was, because this didn't cross my mind until today, when somebody pointed out, "Your fish collecting chips. It's fish and chips." I love that joke. That's so good. I feel like that was intentional on the devs, but we could be reading into it there. In the last stretch here, in the last 5, I believe, because this is 25, yeah?
26 now. Okay, so the thing is, I'm gonna take 250 here. While 470 is a faster stage, on the last floor, 29, where you have to play stages, you can only get hard or rigorous stages. And if we could pull 470 fish there as our hard or rigorous stage, it would save an insane amount of time. So we're gonna go with that instead, is my reasoning here.
Because much like with the bosses, once you've cleared a floor, that floor will not appear in the run again. Good lineup there with the bait there. Very smart. There you go.
You are not escaping.
That fish had nowhere to go. So you're going to notice that the fish get caught on the ink. They get stuck. And that's your opener. This vending machine is huge,
Yeah,
especially
this
with how
gets us,
long these
like,
stages can get.
Through, because we're running out of good options now, so these vendings really start helping a lot. Oh, I'll take that.
Splat ink recovery. Yeah, honestly, don't go under 500.
Obviously
just in
not,
case,
yeah. But I'm gonna take that because that can help with refilling. Okay. We're going here.
Yeah, that was the call I was thinking too, just because all of those are pretty bad options. But that was the one with radius too, right?
Yeah.
It's like the nicer of the stages, and you're getting a good chip out of it too. Ideally, you play 0 towers, you play 0
Now,
zone.
mountain ascent, I think what I probably should have done was gone to mountain ascent and checked the danger. Because if it was a good danger, it probably would have been better than this, but I don't really regret this either.
But then you would have burnt your life going back, if I remember correctly. Or your money. So,
Something.
I think overall, this is the safer of the two options.
Now,
just
mind you,
because
this stage is really scary. It's
Yeah,
very
but
easy to
you-
just get cornered, but I have a very nice build, so we're gonna make it through.
you've got a good build and a really powerful special that you can just chuck on the tower and run away if you need to, and you'll still get progress from it.
Yeah.
So as long as you're right there using that zip pad to get away when they're cornered, things like that. Little optimal plays, just to not be as afraid. And if Ian really needed to, he could always just throw his strikes down on the enemies rather than the tower for safety and security. But because he has so much explosion radius, like right there, they're getting caught in the crossfire, which is
it
really
catches
nice.
all of them around me and lets me just get through. Like, obviously that stage takes a minute, but we're alive.
It's better
Okay.
than multiple
What
deaths.
is my best option? Oh, duh. What am I doing? It's obviously the best
could've-
option.
You could have made an argument for Ascent with explosion radius, though.
At this point, I'm not really caring about the chips, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just, what about the explosion radius, kid? No, I'm busting your caps. This was absolutely the better play.
The voices in my head. Explosion radius. Explosion radius.
Honestly, what you could have done is you could have thrown it between so both your portals got hit there. That would have been a nice little time save. Dude, I gotta fill in the role for your Twitch chat.
Yeah.
I gotta point out your misplays.
The backseaters.
We love them. I'm one of the backseaters. I'm part of the problem. But, it's all in good fun.
Very
And
nice.
thus, we have cleared 29 of the floors. It's time for the final boss. This has been such a clean run, honestly. Like,
Yeah,
you just
we're doing
can't
fine.
complain.
Some slow stages along the way, but my build is perfectly fine. Like, we're gonna get through this, no problem.
We made a bet before if this was going to be a 52 or faster. Do you think we're going to hit that?
52? No. This is like a 56 or a 57.
I know. I just wanted to point out I won the bet. I've got to be that smug about it. Ian was like, we're going to get a 52. And I'm like, no, we're not.
Optimism. Hey, I'll take this though. This is fine. Because dying in side order, if I lost both of my lives, I'd have to start from the start again. Or quit out to
don't
the home
think-
menu, but, completely
That's-
separate issue.
Yeah. I don't think staff would have been happy with us if we
Hey,
had a late
we didn't
run.
have to. It's fine. We didn't have to, pull that out.
But it's fine. Staff doesn't have to get mad at us. We get to enjoy the game.
Exactly.
I'm
Life's
so
great.
mad right now. I'm so mad. It's
Oh.
Ragey. So ragey.
Lantro is
Alright, Ian.
literally going to be 25 minutes ahead of estimate.
Yeah, come on, Ian. What the heck, man?
And we should have done an hour and 5.
So you're going to do like a second run, right? That's the plan.
Yeah, NG plus no.
Just launch OE and do an OEIO or something. Splatoon 2 as a little treat.
Oh, I thought I got that one over there. Okay. Cool.
So you're gonna notice these are the same orbs from the Marina fight. It's just everything's stronger and scarier and harder to kill. And there's multiple phases because it's a final boss. Every final boss has multiple phases. It comes with the final boss status. But you're just doing a ridiculous amount of damage here. It's very nice, honestly. Sometimes you'll see NG plus runs with a bit weaker of damage output if they're not going for like an optimal run or anything. So this is just overall, in the grand scheme of this game, still an amazing build. The downside is because we have strikes instead of ultra stamp, we could be popping these portals a lot faster just because of the stamp's ability to multi-hit. But even then, it's so much damage so quickly that you can't really complain. A little fun fact for you guys is that there is a little bit of death manip you can do that obviously you don't want to go for an any percent for obvious reasons. But in NG Plus, it can save a couple seconds. If after you pop order to go into the phase transition, if you jump off the stage, it'll end this little cutscene of order respawning, and you can just go right back into doing the phase. I think that was something Adept discovered, if I'm not wrong. I might be mistaken.
Oh. Okay.
You're fine. You got very lucky with the Stringer ending. Not the Stringer, the
I fell
Stingray.
fell asleep at the wheel.
You got too comfortable, dude.
Yeah.
You
What
were
was
just
the,
autopiloting.
What was the vending machine count for this run? Like, how many did we have?
I was not counting. It was definitely above average, though.
3 or 4, if I remember.
Oh, geez.
correctly.
Chat knows the number.
Oh my god.
Ooh, good corner usage there. So, those... What are they called? How do I not know the names of these specials? The Reef Slider, there we go. Those Reef Sliders can and absolutely will rock your world if you're not paying attention.
Yeah,
and
the Ray and the Reef Sliders are by far the scariest things in this fight.
just because they do so much damage, they're hard to react to if you're not careful, and it's just horrifying amount of damage. You can get cornered by them, and you're just dead. Nothing you can do. I think. Did you get any ink saver?
Oh. It's like one hit. Come on. Dude, 2 ticks. It was 750.
Now, as with any final boss, there's a secret 4th phase.
What?
Yeah, hate to be the bearer of bad news.
That's
it's not
crazy.
over quite yet.
That's crazy.
I lost a personal run, like an offline run, to this phase one time.
Oh, trust me, I've died here too. Don't worry.
Like, you don't think it'd be hard because it's like a celebratory, like, we did it, we're beating the big guy thing, right? But
No.
if you're not careful, you can lose your run in the final hoorah, and it's absolutely morale destroying. It's one of the reasons I took a break from any percent.
Is it ZR or B? It's ZR, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Haven't done this phase in a bit.
Yeah.
Not like it
You can
matters.
retry it, but
The strats here they've been the same for quite a long time.
don't pull an adept moment here.
I'm never going. I would never. I would never.
I could explain that inside joke, but I think I'll let you guys appreciate the mystery behind it.
Dev being here, hearing the slander.
Yeah, absolutely. That is the goal. Shout outs to Dev. We love you, man. This song is a very good song, though. That's coming up. I quite like it. It's not as good as the OE music, though. That's my hot take for you guys, is I think OE has better music overall. But we get to jam. Ian, what would you have done differently about this run if you could? Because I'm going to bother you.
Nothing. I'm happy with it. You know how bad it could have gone? Like this is
why don't you tell me?
Let's just take our W's where we can, you know?
I've never played side order before in my life ever. You're going to have to explain it to me in excruciating detail how this could have been worse.
We just like lying at this point, don't we? But like, yeah. I mean, there were some zones, there were some towers. Obviously, getting rid of those would definitely help and save some time. I didn't have any splash damage, so my strikes are kind of weak. But, however, the build is more than good enough to actually handle everything that I need to. And I didn't have to play like any really bad stages on 20 to 30. There are some very nasty ones, and a lot of the portals are pretty bad too. We didn't even have to really mess with it.
Yeah, no, honestly, this was a total cakewalk.
Yeah, this was any percent on easy mode, I'm not gonna lie. There are runs where it is so much harder, and you're just glad to be at the end.
Yeah, it's notoriously one of the more brutal categories across the whole series. Just because of how demanding the game can be if you're unlucky. But, you know, what are you gonna do?
Chilling. Vibing.
True. We are vibing.
Plinking even.
I wouldn't go that far.
Hey,
Yes, if you are all just joining us here, today is the GDQ Hotfix Roguelite Speedrun Special. We got here, we're wrapping up here on Splatoon 3, but up next we have our community Dead Cells showcase. So we're actually having 3 runs of Dead Cells. Pretty exciting about that, and all kinds of awesome stuff coming up. But right now, final phase.
Ian, don't fumble. This is another one where Stamp would have been really nice, just because we're not going to keep our special for really long, just because of how quickly these phases are going to go by, or like these portals, but it's like a little more optimal to
since I have all
Stamp
the
here.
blue chips from this one portal, I have max damage on my rush attack, which lets these squid attacks do an insane amount of damage, and it's actually just the best way to deal with portals. We're doing 5,000 per.
Stamp does a ridiculous amount of damage with rush attack too. I don't remember the exact numbers, at like 10,000? And now
Time's coming up.
we just, yeah,
This'll
get to
be-
beat him up one more time.
Technically, it's one of the first rounds, but really, it's like once he pops and he stops doing damage,
Yeah.
so it's coming up.
Only doing, almost 1,000 damage per shot. Plus
Yeah, no,
almost
it's
10,000 damage per.
All good.
it's fine. Honestly, that
I'm
little
talking
delay
over
got a
it.
little bit closer.
Yeah, I'm talking over the end of the game. My bad.
Nice.
You're fine. GG's.
Low
Very good run.
56. We take those. I've had side order runs that are like no resets. I'm doing it for like a marathon or whatever that go over an hour. So, or you die and it's an hour and a half. Glad we're not there. We're chilling.
No, this was pretty incredible. This was definitely incredible.
The game liked us today.
It was okay, I guess.
Wow.
Dude, I gotta be your number one hater till the very end.
It's true. Not much else to say. These credits are beautiful though.
Yeah.
But yeah. The biggest of shoutouts to the Splatoon speedrunning community. The game is always advancing. I no longer have any world records in OE. I just realized that like that today.
Yeah. Roy, look, came in clutch, man.
Maybe I gotta stop playing Earthbound. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, you're never leaving Earthbound.
I know.
We'll be hanging out and he'll still be doing Earthbound runs. That's not a joke, for the record.
Thanks for the GGs.
It was a blast. Thanks for having us as well.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
one was absolutely incredible. You destroyed the estimate. Destroyed like 15 minutes under estimate over here.
That's kind of the thing though with this category. Either I'm gonna be way under that or I'm gonna be spot on it, just depending like if I take an early death or something.
Of course.
So-
Yeah, no, it was a really incredible run. Definitely cool. Lantro, tell the audience just a little bit about more what you do on your personal show. Everyone who's watching the show, definitely go and give Lantro a follow. You can do that by hovering over his name in the title.
Oh yeah, it's in Twitch titles now.
It's in the Twitch
Yeah.
title, and then we might have a shout out too, hopefully.
Yeah, on my channel though, I speedrun like every Splatoon game and category. Well, I haven't done all of the side order ones yet. I'm dreading having to do side order 100%, but there was a time in 2023 before side order where I had every world record in full game, which was insane. Now I'm kind of washed. I've been playing Earthbound because of Burnout, but I love Earthbound 90% glitchless. If you think this category is luck-based,
He says
man.
kind of washed. You're washed, buddy.
what do you mean?
Get a load of
crazy.
this guy.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Lantro. This run was absolutely incredible. And B, thank you for commentating. Why don't you tell the world a little bit about what you do on your show as well?
Yeah, for sure. I'm a relatively retired Splatoon speedrunner. I'm coming back to the category soon, but I'm a Splatoon 3 speedrunner. I've kind of messed around with other categories, so I'm more of a vibes-based Splatoon speedrunner. I pick up some other roguelikes. I do a little bit of Risk of Rain too, and I'm looking into picking up some other games as well. So if you like loud and energetic, that's me. So you'll enjoy it.
Pretty awesome. Well, thanks again. This was an absolutely incredible run. We're gonna see up next. We have some Dead Cells stuff, so I'm definitely excited for that. Stick around because we got some incredible Dead Cells coming up. But first, I have a few announcements. I just want to say thank you to everybody in the chat that was doing the Prime subs, the gifted subs, and the bits. Of course, your bits support Hotfix. So all these shows that we do here every week, all your favorites, they are only possible because you at home use your Prime subs or your bits or your gifted subs. So thank you for that. That's the only reason why I get to be here and everybody gets to be here to do these awesome shows for you. Hey, anybody in chat? Let me know. Are you going to PAX West? Are you maybe going to TwitchCon? Can I get a 1 in the chat if you're going to either one of those events? That'd be really great. I'm very excited. I'll be at TwitchCon myself. But GDQ will also be at both TwitchCon and PAX West. We have ourselves GDQ PAX West Showcase. It's going to be at August 30th through the 2nd. The schedule is live, ! PAX in the chat if you're interested to know what kind of awesome games we will be showcasing at PAX West. And yes, like I said, I'll be there. I hope that you'll be there. If you're going to be there, please come up and say hello. I'd love to see you there. GDQ Express is returning to TwitchCon September 20th through the 22nd. It's going to be at TwitchCon in San Diego. ! GDQX in the chat for more info. We'd love to see you there. There's all kinds of really cool things that are going to be going on at TwitchCon. So I'm definitely excited for that. All right, don't go anywhere. Coming up next, we have our Dead Cells Showcase, community showcase. Very, very excited. We have ourselves the 0 to 5 BC run with Vord. That's going to be an incredible showcase, going from a brand new file all the way up to the true final boss of the game. So it's going to be a really, really cool run. Super excited about that. And we also have a new file any percent run with Canra. She just got world record last night, so I am super excited to see that. We might actually have a possible world record here on Hotfix during the showcase. So we don't know. I don't know. No pressure, but I'm really excited to see that run. And we're wrapping up the day with boss rush mode with V.me. That's going to be a whole 30 minutes of super awesome gameplay showcasing the bosses of Dead Cells. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back very, very shortly with the Dead Cells showcase. Be right back. See you soon.